Hello, good evening, and welcome back to my live stream this evening. Yeah. So, if you are not ready to cry over your enemies, don't even bother to try this. Or if you are scared of what will happen to your enemies, don't even bother to try this, because this is one of the powerful spiritual tips you can use to torment whoever is tormenting you. It works as back to sender, but mostly works as punishing eliminating the enemies that are disrupting your life, that is affecting you in different ways. If you can do this, it will help you eliminate the enemy, no matter how powerful they are. That's why I said, if you are not ready to cry over your enemies, if you suspect that someone is doing you, there's a way to settle it or something. So, in fact, this is one of the ways to eliminate enemies. So if you are sure that someone is doing you, or you have had a dream and you saw the person, or maybe you got a clearance, so you don't need to know the person in reality. Most of the times, spiritual enemies are different from someone that is attacking you in reality. And let me explain this. If someone is attacking you physically, you will definitely know, oh, this is my enemy. That's physical enemy. But someone may be doing you spiritually, but you won't know. But they will be laughing to you. They will be greeting you so nicely. They will be doing every good thing to you, but you will not know. You will think they are good people. Meanwhile, they are bad than what you think. So that's spiritual enemy, and they are very hard to figure out. They are not doing this kind of thing. So no matter or whoever is behind is behind you not getting progress, is behind your stagnation or whatever problem is happening to you, this is one of the ways to take out the enemies from your ways, so that your ways will be cleared. Last year I posted a similar video like this, and there were a lot of testimony. I was talking about the bitter kola tips. This one is much more powerful, and that's why I said, if you are not ready to to forgive the enemy, then you can do this. So, and the thing you are going to need for this is not something far-fetched, most especially if you are wallowing in a problem that looks so unsolved. I mean, a problem that is looking like there's no solution again. So, and the reason for that problem is because someone somewhere is doing you. That's a different case. If someone is doing you and the person is alive, then no matter where you go, the more you solve the problem, the more they create another problem. So if they are seeing that you are trying to get out of the trap that they have created for you, so they will find a way to create another problem. So that's how all these enemies works. And the enemies, just like I said, is not someone you know physically. It may be someone doing you spiritually. So, and don't mix things up. Sometimes dreams can be tricky. If you had a dream and you saw your mother or your relative appearing to you as something else in the dream, does not mean they are the one doing you. Okay, don't conclude that your father or your mother you saw in the dream is the one behind your problem. Sometimes people's image can be manipulated. They can use people's image to do all sorts of kind of evils. In fact, they can use your image to do something bad to someone else, and the person will see you as something bad. So if it is someone that's not using this kind of spiritual work, they will be praying against you, not knowing that you are just innocent. It is one enemy somewhere, hiding somewhere, that is using your image. This is happening. This is one of the things that is common nowadays. Many religious people will be saying, I saw my neighbors, she's the one doing me. Meanwhile, the neighbor may not be at fault, may not be the problem. But this kind of work will attack the enemies. Either they are showing or they are hiding. They will attack. So far, they are the one doing you. So far, they are the one attacking you. This one will target whoever the enemy is, irrespective of their power or whatever. So, but without wasting much of our time, because I don't want this video to be that much longer, so I will be explaining what you need. So the first thing you will need is just two spoonful of salt. 2 spoonful of salt. It can be table salt, it can be sea salt, it can be any types of salt. Just get 2 spoonful of salt. 2 spoonful of salt. Another thing you will need is your early morning urine into a bottle. You collect your early morning urine. That is before you talk to anyone in the morning. As soon as you wake up, try and get something to collect your urine without letting it mix with water or anything. Pure urine into a bottle, collect the urine into a bottle. That's the second item. Then the last one, which I think is much more important, that you may find somehow hard, but it's not hard because you can do this no matter where you are. If you're in the diaspora or anywhere, you can still do it. Is what we call earthworm. I mean, if you go to nearby the sea or nearby area that is wet, you'll be able to dig out earthworm. You can use a nylon on your hand or anything. Just find earthworm, even if it's just one earthworm that you find on the ground. During the rainy season, if you are in Africa, you will be able to see it now. We are in the rainy season now. You'll be able to find earthworms. Find one earthworm and put it inside the plastic. You can put it inside a bottle, but plastic that will be so easier to put your hand in will be good for this. So when you find the plastic, find something to take out the earthworm and put it inside. It can be one earthworm, it can be two. Just one is enough. But if you find more than that, just put it minimum of at least or maximum of 7. Put it inside the plastic. Any plastic bowl or plastic something that will contain the earthworm, put it inside. After putting the earthworm inside, add a spoonful of salt. I told you to get 2 spoonfuls of salt. Add a spoonful of salt on the earthworm and cover it. Use something to cover it and leave it there for like 15 minutes. Leave it there for like 15 minutes. So then the remaining 1 spoonful of salt, because I told you to get 2 spoonful of salt, the remaining 2 spoonful of salt, the remaining 1 spoonful of salt rather, you will add it to the early morning urine and cover it again, shake it together, place it somewhere. Now, when you have put the salt on the earthworm and you go back there after 15 minutes, you will discover that the earthworm has disappeared. As ordinary, you cannot find the earthworm again. It will have been mixed with the salt. That's what you need. That's exactly the secret of this work. Then you are going to add a soap. Any kind of soaps for this. It can be white soap, it can be normal local soap, it can be any kind of soap you like of your choice. So far it's going to be so soft and so moisture and soft enough to be mixed with the salt and the earthworm. So you will mix it. You can add little water because if you leave the salt for a while, it may get so hard. So you'll be adding the soap on the salt, on that 1 spoonful of salt and the earthworm that you have put there for 15 minutes. You'll be mixing them together using your hand or anything to mix them. You can use mortar and pestle or anything to mix them together. After mixing them together like this with the soap, you leave the soap there, leave it there inside the plastic. Then the one that I said you should mix, that the remaining 1 spoonful of the salt and your early morning urine that you have mixed together. This is how you will use this. And this is not something you will use for a longer period of time. You just use it for a while. Then after that, you may be using you don't have to worry about using it again. In fact, this thing, you will do it at least maybe twice in a year. It's not something you do regularly, okay? That is the warning. It's not because you are now seeing results, or maybe you are hearing about this about your enemies or the supposed enemies, and you now feel like doing it every time. It may affect you in other ways. That's one thing. So don't do this regularly, at least twice in a year. If the problem is so much, like it seems that the enemies are so much more than your power, you can be doing this at least maybe once in a month. If the problem is so terrible, if the attack is so intense, you can be doing this once in a month. And how do you use it? Now, you will use it for 7 days, for 7 complete days. Now, this is how you will use it. After preparing it like that, you go back to where you put the soap at night. before you sleep, you will put the soap on the sponge. It is better to be done on Tuesday because of people that will be asking when is the best day to do this kind of thing. This kind of work is best to be done on Tuesday. And if you want to use it as well, start on Tuesday. Start on that Tuesday. So start from the day you prepare it. You will put the soap on a sponge. Then you will go pour some of the urine that you have added the salt into a bucket of water. Then you have be enough to bath. Okay. After adding the water to the mixture of the urine and salt, you will take some of the soap on a sponge. Then you use that water to bath the soap like that. You will throw away the sponge. You do this the same thing the second day, the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day, the sixth day, and the seventh day. That make it the seventh day. So if you have done that, assuming you do that this month, if you want to do it again, it will be around let me say around December. So there should be interval of 6 months, but you must use it for complete 7 days. After that 7 days, you want to do it again, it should be after like 6 months. But I said if the problem is so intense, you can be doing this once in a month. That is, you will use it for complete 7 days. Then after that 7 days for that month, if you feel like doing it another month, you can still put it into practice. But at least it's not good to be doing it all the time unless the problem is so much and it looks like there's no solution anywhere, and it looks like the enemy are still attacking. Okay, so that is when you can do it. So you add little of that water, of that your urine and salt, into a bucket of water that you have put into a bucket of water. Then you will use it you will use the soap to bath it. Okay, that's how you will be using it. So I hope I'm clear there. So that is the simple tip, but working very perfectly. So if there's any question you would like to ask before I will be ending the live stream, just like I said, I don't want this video to be that much longer. So, and I said I won't be taking much of your time. So, but I need to do the explanation based on the request, because it has been maybe since last year we have posted something like this. So we need to talk on something more powerful to finish your enemies as well. So if there's any question you would like to ask before I will be ending this live video, I'm here. So if there's no question, I will be ending the live stream. All these tips are not for play and not for joke. It may look simpler than the previous one, or maybe simpler than what you think, but it's not something you can joke with. It's not something you ignore. It's not something you joke with at all. Don't say, just like I said, be warned. Don't say because it is working, you will now be using it every day or every time. The effect of that will be so bad. So don't say because your problem is getting taller. Because some people will say, this man don't know, be like this man don't know what I'm going through. Don't do that. Don't say because your problem is taller and you keep using that regularly, it may result into something else. You are trying to get rid of the enemy. Don't let the enemy get rid of you just by the mistakes. And that is why it is very necessary to watch video to the end. Most especially if it is a live video where we can share our opinion. You are here, you can ask questions. So it can take times to we can take our time to explain everything so there won't be mistakes. So I'll be reading some questions. Okay, so the question, there's one. Good evening, Baba. Are we using use different sponges for? Okay, this person is trying to ask if they have to use different sponges for that 7 days. Yes, the sponge you use for today will be different from the one you use tomorrow. So each time you use it with new sponge. Thank you. That's a good question. That's a good question. So if there's any question you would like to ask, or anything you want me to talk about in my next video, let me know before I will be ending the live stream. Can we keep the remaining soap to use another time? Yes, if you had so much soap, you can keep it to use next time, including the salt. But the interval of using it should not pass 7 days and should be at least 6 months. 6 months interval. So that I hope you am clear. So that, for that question right there, maybe we should end this at 15 minutes, or maybe if there's no question again, maybe we should end this video. Thank you all for joining my live stream today. If you want me to talk about anything, just like I said in my live video, let me know. Because this live video is where we can share our opinion. Because you can tell what you want me to talk about. I also can share some of what I feel is right and what I feel is wrong. So thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So yeah, I think there's no other question. Then good night. It's already nighttime here in Nigeria. So this is almost 11. Okay, someone said let's talk about getting a good husband. Yes, will be. Although I posted something like that. I mean, this is one of the things, like I used to say, that pisses me off all the time. Some people who are just joining the channel, but the thing is, they have never watched any video. Maybe the video that brought them to the channel will be the only video. Even something that we have talked about, they will not check it. So like this thing now, I've posted it. Almost everything that you ask is on the channel, but I will still talk more because spiritual works are so much. What work for someone may not work for another person. This is very common with spirituality. So just like I said, don't base your faith or anything on just one work sometimes, because everyone has different spiritual identity, just like I used to say all the time. So what work for Mr. A may not work for Mr. B. So don't say because one video is going viral or something, because people are giving testimonies and the rest of them, and you do it and you feel like you are not getting your own. No, don't relent, don't give up, because sometimes body is different. Yes, but the way the body responds to spiritual works like this are so different. It varies. So in fact, you can give your children to use something and it work faster for them. So that is how God created every one of us. The way body responds to spiritual work sometimes are very different. So don't give up. Someone gave testimony yesterday. I posted the testimony here on the community tab. And the person say, okay, I've been watching your videos and it has been helping my life. That means the person is not just doing only one work. If the person is putting much effort into doing that, and they are seeing improvement. But someone will just watch one video and may not be pertaining to what is affecting them. They will conclude that, oh, it's not working or something. Or some people will just come to my DM and say, I want you to share this particular work for me alone. I don't want it to be the one on the channel. How? That is selfishness. If I'm just sharing it with you, if it is not public, how would the other gain or others see this kind of benefit? So let someone say, let's talk about attracting customer to our business. I posted that also. That's like a crowd puller. I get you. Have posted the simple ones. Although there are levels to spiritual works, there are ones that